Every night, your cat picks the exact same spot, right next to you. It looks sweet. It looks simple. It's not. This might be one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat does. And if you've been reading it wrong, which most owners do, you've been missing messages they've been sending you for years. Let's break down what that nightly ritual is actually telling you. 1. It was never about staying warm. So why does your cat actually choose to sleep next to you? Most people assume it's simple. Cats get cold, you're warm, end of story. But here's the thing. Cats are remarkably good at finding heat entirely on their own. Sunny windowsills, warm laptops, fresh laundry straight from the dryer. If warmth was really the goal, they'd have plenty of other options. So why do they keep choosing you? Because sleep is the moment a cat is at their most defenseless. Every instinct in their body is telling them to hide somewhere safe, somewhere no predator could reach them. And instead, they walk past every quiet corner in your house and climb into bed with something 15 times their size. That's not about temperature. That's trust most owners never fully register. Cats form real attachment bonds with the people they live with, not unlike the way an infant bonds with a parent, according to research on feline-human attachment styles. When your cat sleeps beside you, they're telling you something they can't say out loud. You make me feel safe enough to fully let go. 2. They're blending their scent into yours. Ever notice your cat pressing their head or body against you right before they settle in for the night? That's not just cuddling, that's chemistry. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, their forehead, the base of their tail. When they rub against you, they're leaving behind invisible markers. But here's what most people don't realize. When your cat sleeps pressed against you, they're not just marking you, they're blending your scent with theirs. In feline colonies, cats who belong together often share one communal scent. It's how they recognize each other as family, without needing to make a sound. When your cat weaves their smell into yours, night after night, they're quietly telling the world, and themselves, that you belong to each other. It's also part of why your cat might sniff you a little more intensely after you've been somewhere new. You smell like somewhere else. That bedtime cuddle is partly them restoring what went missing. 3. They think they're your bodyguard. Ever wonder why your cat insists on sleeping in one exact spot? Maybe right by your head, maybe pressed against your back. That placement isn't random, it's strategic. Here's something that might surprise you. Even the most pampered, sheltered house cat still carries the instincts of a predator. And predators understand threats. When your cat positions themselves beside you at night, part of them genuinely believes they're standing guard. This goes back thousands of years. In wild cat colonies, members take turns watching over each other while the rest sleep. It's not just closeness, it's survival. And your cat hasn't forgotten that, no matter how many soft blankets they get. Watch where they actually sleep. Facing the door? They're watching the entry point. Near your head? They've decided that's the part of you worth guarding most. Will they really fight off an intruder? Almost certainly not. But in their mind, they've taken a post, and every night they show up for duty. 4. Every sleep position is a message. Does your cat curl into a tight ball? Sprawl out like the whole bed belongs to them? Sleep with their back turned to you. Each one means something different. The tight curl is the most protective position a cat can take, belly hidden, paws tucked in. If your cat sleeps like this near you, they feel safe enough to be close, but not quite safe enough to fully let their guard down. The full sprawl, legs out, belly exposed, sometimes even upside down, is the opposite. It's total security. A cat showing you their stomach is a cat who believes nothing bad can happen while you're there. Turning their back to you isn't a snub. In the cat world, it means they trust you enough that they don't feel the need to keep watching you. And the full contact press, wedged right up against you, as close as physically possible, that's the strongest statement of all. Not clingy, devoted. 5. They change their schedule just for you. Ever wonder why your cat seems to wake up when you do and wind down right when you go to bed? That's not a coincidence. That's a choice. Cats are naturally wired to be most active at dawn and dusk. It's when their wild ancestors hunted. By nature, a cat's schedule shouldn't line up with a human's at all. But bonded cats override their own biology. They stay awake longer in the day. They sleep more deeply at night. Not because it's natural to them, but because that's when you're around. Researchers who study domestic cats have observed that cats living closely with people gradually shift their sleep-wake cycles to mirror their owners. Your cat's internal clock, shaped by thousands of years of evolution, gets quietly rewritten just to spend more time in your world. 6. They feel your stress before you do. Ever had a hard day, and before you'd even said a word, your cat wouldn't leave your side? That's not a coincidence. They picked up on it before you did. Cats are remarkably attuned to the people they're bonded with. Research on feline behavior suggests cats can detect subtle shifts in a person's body language, movement, even scent. Changes that come with stress, like shifts in breathing or cortisol. Your cat may not know why you're struggling, they just know something is different. This is part of why cats often become more affectionate when their person is sick, anxious, or grieving. It isn't random sweetness. It's a response to real signals you're giving off without realizing it. And sleeping beside you gives them a front row seat to all of it. Your heartbeat, your restlessness, your breathing. Night after night, they're learning your baseline. So when something shifts, they notice. 7. When they suddenly stop, listen. Remember what I mentioned earlier? If your cat has slept beside you for months or years and that suddenly changes, don't ignore it. Cats are creatures of habit. When a pattern this significant breaks, they're telling you something. Sometimes it's physical. Pain or illness can make a cat want to be alone. It's an old survival instinct to hide when they're not feeling well. If an older cat suddenly wants to sleep apart, a vet visit is worth considering. Sometimes it's environmental. A new pet, a new person, a shifted routine. Cats are sensitive to changes in their territory that might feel small to you but massive to them. And sometimes it's emotional. Cats remember. If something startled them in that space, they might pull back to protect themselves. Your cat chose to sleep with you because they trusted you completely. If that changes, they're not being distant, they're communicating. So pay attention, and if they need it, help them find their way back to feeling safe. That nightly ritual was never small to them. It shouldn't be small to you either. Has your cat ever sensed something was wrong with you before you even realized it yourself? Tell me what happened. I read every single one of these. And if this helped you see your cat differently, hit subscribe. There's more where this came from.